Hello, everybody. Cindy Greenway here, Editor-in-Chief at LawMarketing.com, and I'm here with Terrie Wheeler, the President and Founder of Professional Services Marketing, LLC. And Terrie, you and I were just speaking with regards to, one of the things that attorneys have a really hard time with is the difference between sales and marketing. They're quite often pushed into the same sort of definition, but they're two very separate things. So I'd like for you to share with us, what is the difference between sales and marketing, and how do they overlap over one another?
Excellent question, Cindy. Let me start by talking about the fact that marketing is really all about the messages that you're out there conveying to the marketplace about who you are, what you do. Marketing is about the messaging on your firm website, on your biography, on your super lawyer's profile, on your AVO profile, on LinkedIn. Those are all marketing messages that have to be out there to essentially soften the market so that when you have an opportunity one-on-one to do sales, because lawyers are essentially the sales force for their practice or the sales force for their law firms, which incidentally, if I would have shared that with lawyers 15 years ago in law firms I worked with, they'd probably have thrown me out the window because lawyers don't want to think of themselves as salespeople.
Right.
However, marketing is all about the messages that you're conveying. You have a marketing department. If you do, their role is extremely important because they're conveying the messages about the firm and the focus and the areas of expertise. Sales, on the other hand, is when you're sitting with a prospective client or referral source, and what sales is not for lawyers is standing up on the table doing a song and dance about here's who I am and here's where I graduated and here are my credentials and this is our firm and we have Harvard educated lawyers. That's not sales. What sales is for lawyers is asking great questions. So lawyers should feel very comfortable in sales because that's what you've been trained to do as an advocate for your clients, is to ask good questions. Now, here's a concept that's really important. Marketing without sales is too expensive because you're out there spending money on advertising and websites and all of these different marketing strategies, but sales without marketing is too hard because when you're in front of someone, you want them to say, oh, I think I've heard of your firm. Yes, I've seen your blog posts, or you want them to have heard of you, and that's marketing. So marketing without sales is too expensive, and sales without marketing is simply too hard.
Great. I want to go back to that little piece that you said that, I've graduated at this place and all that kind of stuff. We wrote an article quite some time ago about nobody really cares where you went to law school, and so it just reminded me of that. So give us an example of what an attorney would share when it comes to that sales conversation as opposed to what a lot of them traditionally are saying.
I would say that in the very beginning of your discussion, it is all about the client. It's about having done your homework. So in other words, you're not really sharing anything about you yet because you haven't heard enough and had enough questions answered to really understand the needs of that client. So prior to a sales call, you're going to want to go out. You're going to want to go to their website. You're going to want to do a Google search of them, of the CEO, of the industry, so that you can educate yourself for the purpose of asking great questions. So your sales call should be all about asking questions and only asking questions of the client when you need some clarification, or has this been an issue for you, or has that been an issue? So at a certain point in that sales call, you're going to have the opportunity to say, well, having listened to what you've shared with me, I really feel like my expertise or our firm would be a great fit for you because we've done 250 cases like the one that I'm sensing you would need to have progressed for your company. So in other words, you only start talking about your credentials and your experience after you fully understand the needs of your client, because then it's relevant. Then it's relevant to what they need, and it isn't just you talking about your firm and the expertise thinking that that's going to save the day and close the business.
Right. Those are really great points, Terrie. I love that because it's true. And the same goes for an attorney. If they're out there looking for a professional to support them in another way, they don't care about those same details. They care about how that person is going to help them. So we have to remember that sometimes. Go ahead.
one of the things that we always tell people is you are not going to hire a surgeon to do a complex procedure on you if you see that that procedure is one of 20 bullets that they have on their website. The reality is that you want to see that they've done what you need. You want to hear more about how they're going to be able to meet your needs in that area versus just seeing it on a list of services that they may have to offer.
Really good point there, Terrie. That's great. Terrie, thanks again for joining me here today. Great information. I know we're going to be talking to you soon, and I know people can find you at psm-marketing.com.
Thank you, Cindy.
Great. Thanks, Terrie.